Hi guys, welcome back. Feed the Beast with me, Sid. It has been, well, seems, I'll get my view, oh man, one of these days I'll get that. Hello Errol and all your little friends. It has been an absolute age since well, it seems like it, since I last played Feed the Beast. Built another drive for the storage terminal. Oh, this is not going to work very well, is it? My watch catching on the computer keyboard there. Moved a whole load of stuff out of there. What I have done, and this will give you an idea of how long it's been, is I rigged up the mass fab to a light sensor at the top. So basically it goes on in the day and off at night, so we don't drain the MFSUs in fact too much. 119 stacks, that gives you an idea of how long this has been running. I think I left it about 32. Oh, and there's Kazzy. So yeah, probably about 2 weeks of just running in the background. Not done a huge amount else. As I said in the last episode, we have effectively researched, let me turn my jump back on. We have effectively researched all the trees, and I have planted one of everything over here. So you can see the sequoias and chestnut trees, teak. This is a Grandidier's baobab. All sorts. There's a couple of them aren't represented here, and that's because they don't grow except in specific biomes, or at least they certainly wouldn't bone meal for me. So this is the cypre, which is the tropical tree. Got a rather nice green all blown up. And over here, which is probably, I think, one of my favourite trees out of the entire forestry mod, just for its look, is the willow, which only grows in wet biomes, and it really does look like a weeping willow. And I couldn't resist it anymore. I had to plant him. I had to plant my grand thingy twilight forest oak. Just look at this thing. It is huge. Planted it there because it'll give me a nice little bridge to this top area of this thing if I ever want to build over there. Because if you've not seen inside one of these things, they're hollow. I have carefully gone over this, and I hopefully have eliminated every single cicada on the entire tree, because if I had to listen to those, they'd drive me insane. So yeah, they're a big hollow tree, honking great thing with a built-in central staircase. Ideal for building some kind of tree house denny thing. Now the other thing I've done is I've turned off this. This was getting just silly, so you can see this is completely right now and not being harvested, because I've got nearly 600 stacks of wheat, just shy of 400 stacks of seeds. These extra dimensional barrels are not infinite, and if I'd have left this running, it would have just popped off and gone. So I just turned it off by turning off the energy tesseract there. Which brings me to today's mission, today's little job. And that is, we have got a whole lot of honeycomb and a whole lot of bees, and not a whole lot of things to do with them. So I've got the various bits and pieces to do it. Have I got a project table pre-made? Yes, good. And I want some pipes. I probably right. We'll have cobblestone. We'll have some stone. I will probably want an emerald. Actually, I'll need some wooden transport pipes, and I may need to actually, pardon me, make some redstone engines. Alright, this is getting silly now. Walk up to the door, walk through the door. through, up, through. Thank you. And you try and automate things to make life easy, don't you? And all it succeeds in doing is doing. So the bees are currently off. They should all have a princess waiting in them, but no drones. I turned the drones off because, again, the sheer quantity of bees I was getting and the sheer quantity of honey was just getting ludicrous. So yeah, you can see in here I've also got a few of these strange combs, wet combs and silky combs, because I had to get some bees going in the jungle and in the wet biome there to breed those last two trees. So we just set up a very simple version of this out there with 3 or 4 hives, and that was the results of those. And drones, not that chest, and drones, and drones, and drones, and more drones. You know, more drones than anybody can reasonably cope with. Anyway, so the first thing we're going to need to do is to bring down some power down to this facility here, which I think, if I check in my relevant bags here, I've got an energy tesseract and some redstone energy conduit. Let me just arrange these. These are, off the top of my head, a centrifuge and a squeezer for the honey. So why have I got that with me? Let's stick that in there. So we can get that. I'll stick that down there. Get these 2 recipes out, and I'll get the bench done, set up, and we can start building machines, getting those out of the way, get the boring crafting stuff done. These are pretty simple recipes, a little bit intensive on brass with the machine casings, or was it bronze? It's one of the two, but you know, nothing we can't really cope with there. So let's set my bench up there and just get this one built, these 2 out of the way. And maybe I should have brought a chest down just to stick all the stuff in that I'm not using, who knows. Bees is the thing. So centrifuge, that's the first point of call, I believe. We put the combs through the centrifuge, and then we put the honey drops through this machine, which is the squeezer, to get the honey and its byproducts. So that's a couple of machines made. Now what else did we have in there? We have another machine. Now this, off the top of my head, is a apiarist's machine. Don't quote me on this, it's a while since I started planning this episode out, and I may have got these machines mixed up in my head. And this will make a genetic machine, which has absolutely no purpose except to be an ingredient for another machine. So let's just go and do those. So again, the apiarist's machine thingy is part of it's an element that goes into all the crafting recipes. I don't think it actually has any function of its own. So if I just click on use on there, for example, you should see that that then goes into either being a genetic machine or an acclimatizer, where we can adjust the temperature tolerance of bees, databank, indexer. So it's a intermediary machine, and it goes in the middle of this recipe, and that will make the genetic machine. I'm sure geneticists around the world were wishing that making machines to analyse genetics was as simple as a bit of lapis and a basic circuit board. And the genetic machine, again, has absolutely no use except to go into making an advanced genetics machine, which we will need to make one of those later, and a gene pool. And the gene pool, a sequencer is important, we'll need that, splicer. And basically what we're going to do with this stuff is we are going to make a super bee. So this should be a gene pool. So I'll grab all of that out. And we'll need all of these spare bits and pieces as well, the tank and stuff as well. And that should be finished with the bags. I'll just leave that there for now. Okay, so using the genetic machine, we then make a gene pool, and this little cruel device is what we're going to do. I don't know if there's any use thing for that. That is going to take these drones, squish them down and turn them into liquid bDNA. Right, so armed with pipes and hopefully in here some sticks and cobble so I can make some levers. How many will I need? I'll make 8. That should be more than adequate. And then we can stick the emergency supplies back in my emergency supply pack, which is, don't really notice there, it's now got a few more items in it. So we've got my mining pack, that stops it picking stuff up when I don't want to, and linking a book for the overworld, absolutely vital. I accidentally was playing around with Mistcraft the other day and ended up trapping myself in another world, and had to cheat in a nether portal to get back to the nether. From the nether then I was able to get back to the overworld, but yeah, it was a bit hairy. Or is it night out? We'll have a sleep just to avoid the mob spawning outside. Okay, so what I should have brought with me, because I'm going to want to shift a few things around. Hopefully there's not too many bad guys waiting for me outside my house. No, we're good. Good. Is my gravity gun, which I think is down here still. I haven't moved that in yet. Where did I put it? It's not in there. There it is. Absolutely brilliant, these things. Let's just go stick those bags away as well while we're up here. Ah! No. Also very easy to accidentally pick things up with. Okay, right, gravity gun. So what we'll do is we're going to need a couple of tanks actually. I don't know whether I brought enough tank material. I'll worry about that in a moment. I'm going to knock a hole through here, I think. And on the other side of that wall there, I'm going to build my tank for the bee gloop. So where are we? Where did I make that hole? There. Okay, so we'll have this out. We'll stick that bit of dirt back. And we'll shift that out of the way so I don't have any. What's the word I'm looking for here? I think I could do with some cobble actually. So I'll borrow that, and I'll remember to put that in later, because ironically, for one of the most unliked materials in Minecraft, cobble is probably one of the most useful. Right, so we'll have that there, and we'll have a valve block here. Then we'll come 1, 2, 3, 4. Is that going to be? bDNA is not a huge quantity, so I'm going to make this quite a small tank. Because it would be silly to make it a particularly large tank, given the relative quantities of material that will be going in here. And I think what I'll do is I'll leave the outside panels solid, and I'll knock through on the other side so we can actually see the quantity of DNA from the inside, seeing as all the bee work is going to be done here. So yeah, we'll have the gauge there, and we'll just have this bit of wall out. And with a bit of luck, 1, 2, 3, 3 by 4, that's right, that should be working. No, 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 no. Maybe I need to make it one taller. These tanks are a bit funny in their configuration, that they have certain height, minimum heights and widths and yada yada. Whoa. Okay, so what we need is more of that. Take that out, we are. Oh, I think I know. No, that should be alright, that should be alright. And bang, let's see now. It is not picking that up as a tank. Okay. So we will have to do, I'm guessing, something like this. I might as well just use tank wall here then. Oh, good on. Right, hover mode. Oh, hover mode is not the most friendly for moving. Right, any luck this time? Iron tank wall, iron tank valve, and it's it is a tank. Finally. Right. So going back down to here, what we can do is, well, let's tidy up that little bit of floor there for starters, and we'll go. Where did I thought gold wooden? Oh, that was right. I decided to use up all my gold waterproof pipe. So we'll bring that down here, and we'll go and grab the genetic machine, gene pool, and that can go into there. So yeah, no bees in that slot at the moment. And does that require power? Let's just check something. I'm sure it does. I can't imagine it doesn't require power, but we'll go and stick those in. Yeah, it needs power. I couldn't imagine it didn't for a second. Right, so for power, I'm also going to want some more down this way. Take out that and get some conduit. Bang, bang. If I'm going to put, I'm just trying to think. It doesn't really matter for this. Energy tesseract. Right, where am I? Need my crescent, my spanner. Might as well keep. In fact, what I'll do is I'll stick down the other half of the energy tesseract there. And then I can put the energy, not tesseract, the energy conduit there, and then I can put down the spanner away. That's what we'll be done with the spanner. I think I should be done with that for now as well. These bags are brilliant, you know. And that should be power. We need to set it to receive only owners and hook it into the power grid, and bang, off it goes. Liquid bee goop, and that is going in to there. But you know what I've done wrong, don't you? Can you spot the deliberate mistake? I can. And that is here. So use a bit of that cobble just down there to tidy it up. Redstone engine and a lever, and that should now start pumping. Yep, liquid bee goop. That's processing fairly quickly. All the videos I've actually watched on this show that it's usually quite slow, so yeah, we should be seeing some liquid bee goop there. 300 millibuckets. So the next thing I need to do is pipe those bees into here, and can I do it like this, I wonder? Let's give it a try, shall we? I need a Omni wrench again. Oh well, thought I didn't need it, but I did. Okay, redstone engine and a lever. Okay, let's put my wrench away for now. And that should now be... Now, are they going in individually, or are they going to stack? I'll keep my eye on this, because what I don't want them to be doing is popping off. If I need them to go in by the stack, then yeah, that's a problem. Okay, so that setup isn't going to work. I'm probably going to need get 5 of those, just keep this stocked up. So why is it capable of stacking them itself but not letting me stick them in as a stack? So there's obviously something going on here. Automating this might not be as easy as I had originally hoped. So I'm just going to break for a second and have a mull on this, and I'll be back in a moment. Okay, I'm back and I give up. Tried a few tricks using filters and stuff, which seemed to work, but then it kept on putting stacks of 64 in there even though they were full and the bees were vanishing. So given that this is a process which I'm not really going to be doing once for the time being, and then once we start the bee breeding, we'll have a slower input of drones, because we'll just get 1s and 2s of stuff. Then what I will probably do is come up with a loop system out of here. Pardon me again. So the next thing I want to do is to get the honey squeezed. So I'm going to need a chest for starters, because I want to have all of the combs coming into here. But I don't want to move that particular chest out. I'll just go and grab one. Oh damn, I forgot to use my super board again. Oh well. It's so easy to forget you've got that thing when you've got your jetpack. So I should have an iron chest sticking around somewhere. Yeah, there we go. Okay. So, how do we want to do this? Again, I'm hoping this will be something we can automate, but I'm not too worried if we can't at this stage. We'll get the automation done later. Okay, so whack down some conduit. Go and grab my, I believe it's the centrifuge I want first. So centrifuge goes in, that should be getting power, but it hasn't got anything to centrifuge at the moment. So let's just go and grab, in fact we'll get rid of these little oddities. We'll grab that and see what we get. Now hopefully this should be pretty quick. I think this is probably going to be a manual process just to get through. Yeah, watery propolis and a honey drop. because we want the propolis for various things. I'm not entirely sure what I use that for, to be honest. I know propolis we can use for making apiarist pipes and various bits and pieces. Silky comb, that one is going to be particularly useful. It makes silk, which allows you to make silky propolis, which allows you to make silky stuff. Okay, so once we've got those coming out, we need to bring it out using a wooden transport pipe. Not a waterproof one though. A wooden transport pipe with a redstone engine, and then we need to sort out the honey drops from everything else. The chest will go there, so that's for the everything else other than the honey drops, and the squeezer will go here. And if we take, yeah, silky propolis, if we take a honey drop and stick that in, what colour was it, red, honey drops go there, everything else goes there. The squeezer takes that, and hopefully we should start seeing something, so we can turn that one on and let's check that that's working. Yep, we're getting dribs of honey, liquid honey, and there is a chance, I believe, of propolis again. So yep, the propolis has gone up. So that's all looking good. What do we use that for? Can we see? You're going to show me? Watery propolis makes propolis and water. Okay, so that's fine. We're going to need to squeeze that anyway. And we've got some propolis gone in there. So we're going to need to pipe that out. We're also going to need to pipe out the liquid honey. So with that in mind, I need to put in another tank and another chest, would you believe? So I'm going to need to go and get them. There's going to be propolis coming out from there as well. But first things first, let's get this tank in place. Okay, so waterproof transport pipe. Let's have. Oh God, this thing just tears up the landscape. Okay. Let's turn my jetpack off as well, so I'm not bouncing around like some kind of crazed grasshopper. Put that down like that. We'll stick in, and hopefully I've got enough of this. That can go there. 2, 3, 4. I'm fairly certain 4 is enough. And I haven't got enough of this. Huh. Oh great, and the server's going to restart in. In 15 minutes. Right, this time I'm going to build these on the outside. It'll save me making some of this tank walling. Yeah, so let's go and make some more tank walling. I really didn't plan my quantities through, did I? But this time at least I am going to remember to use that, because I love that. Okay, so let's have a look. What do I need for that? So iron tank walling is iron plates. Iron plates goes to a plate bending machine with iron ingots. Simple enough. Let's go and grab some iron. It's not like I'm short of it. 64 should be enough. Up to the plate bending machine, and let's get this thing built. Okay, while it's building that, the other thing I'm going to need to engage in my bee breeding program is some scoops. So I'm going to take some wool. I'll use the black, doesn't really matter. 5 should be enough. I'm going to get rid of those as well while I'm at it, and all of those. Anything else I'm not going to need here? Probably not going to need that. Oh man, it's raining as well. I'll stick the gravity gun in there now. That's done with. That should do. So I need sticks as well. That's what I need. And these are simply a Y shape of sticks and a blob of wool. That should give me 5 scoops, which I shall stick into my rucksack for when we go out bee hunting. And then we can put that out of the way and put the sticks away. Now, one of the plans I have for the future is to move this down into the storage room and to build an assembly chamber down there as well, and also a network of access terminals. What's happened here? What the hell happened here? Aren't we? Jetpack on. Something. It would seem to be a very odd random piece of griefing. Could have been an explosion, I suppose. I know no one knows about this yet because the video hasn't gone out. I'm going to need some wood and wool. Planks. I think I need those. What else do I need to fix all that? I'm going to go and have a sleep, I think. Well, that was a pleasant surprise to come to, no? Presumably, I need, yeah, that's where I need my wool. Hey. Whoa, back. Wool. I'm going to go and skin a few sheep. Again. So I don't think I'm going to have enough wool here. Possibly just enough, and a bookcase I think we'll need. What caused that? Alright, let's sleep. Okay. Well, I'll fix the rest of that off camera. That's neither here nor there. That's just one of them things. Obviously, if we were on the main server with Bucket, we've got fire spread turned off, so that wouldn't have been an issue. But on FTB, we don't have that luxury. So yeah, we'll have a stack of those, and let's go and finish off what we started. Oh, that's going to flummox me, that. No mobs on the minimap. So let's go and finish off this tank. Right, 1, 2, 3. Now hopefully I can actually make it a bit taller now, can't I? I've got plenty of glass for that side. bring that up like that, I think. Hey, and we'll pop these in here, 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 and here, and here. Important thing to always remember is to not seal yourself in the tank. That playing? That should be complete. We've got a valve, we've got all the walls, should be, so we just, come on, no, 3 by 3, 4 walls, it's got a floor, it's got an edge, so why is that one, which is 3 by 5, this one is 1, 2, 3, 6, maybe I've made it too tall. Oops. No. Oh, God, idiot. Right. Gonna work this time? No? Not playing? Oh, I'm not sure what's going on here. This should all be fine. It's got a valve. It's got those edges. Everything should work there. But I love this when it doesn't work. So let's put a solid top on. Maybe it was the glass at the top, on the top edges, that was playing it up. Okay, so we've got a tank. Right, this has not been a good episode for getting things right, has it? We need, let's see, a redstone engine there with a lever. You know what I didn't bring with me? Yeah, you got it. I didn't bring another chest. Okay, let's go do that, and that should see us through to server reboot time, which probably long enough, and we'll, next episode we'll go bee hunting and start trying to do some bee breeding. Chest. What do we got? Obsidian, that should be fine. I'm going to have a whole load of chests once I rip out that sorting facility anyway, so let's just go squizzing down. Yep, 5 minutes, you see, there you go. Its server is dictating the length of this episode. So I put a chest there, wooden transport pipe there, oh god, rotate it, and another redstone engine with another lever, and with a bit of luck there's the propolis. The honey tank is empty. That's because that hasn't got any comb in it. So let's have a look. The bees are still chuntering away. Got nearly 10 buckets full of bee DNA now. We can use for splicing later. Okay, well, as a manual system, this is probably okay. I'm not going to say it's perfect. I'm just going to have that out so I can right click on there, and you can see we've got 6 buckets worth of honey from that little bit there. A few bits of propolis there, a few more bits of propolis there. I do realise I could have piped up and round and into that chest, but to be honest, silky propolis, that one is the one where we can, if I get there, we can put it into paper, put paper with it to get a letter. It's not that one. In a centrifuge we get propolis and a silk wisp, and that's the one which, if we look at the use of that, allows us to either make string, or more importantly, in a carpenter we can either make candles using that and beeswax, or woven silk, or a different kind of, with magic wax from Thorncraft. And the woven silk can be used to do things like the apiarist hat, which I'm not too worried about. You get poisoned, but you can mix it with backpacks and get the larger slot backpack. Get myself back there. So I've got the miner's backpack, which has got 15 slots, add a diamond and that, and I can get the woven miner's backpack with 45 slots, which means when you go mining, foresters, hunters, all these backpacks can be expanded up to be the larger ones. So we can use that. So next time, hopefully we'll have got through all of this, and we can go and hunt some bees down, and yeah, hopefully the world will be a good and happy place. Thanks for watching, and see you next time. Bye.